Hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a shit one. So actually a few months ago, BMW invited me out to a track day or a drive day or experience day where basically I was able to drive the brand new M4, the M3 and the M2 CS. If I was looking for a car to buy, because there was a white manual M2 CS there, and after that driving day, I was like, you know what? I want this car. Like, it was just that good to drive. And then also we did some skids and stuff. It was great fun. After that sort of drive day happened, I was like, you know what, can I take the M4 out for some photos? Obviously, it's got that huge grille at the front, very controversial, getting a lot of people saying they don't like the new front grille. And quite frankly, that's why I love the car. I like the car because it's controversial. BMW, they took a huge risk doing that, knowing that a lot of the car community may not accept the M4 or the new front grille in general. But honestly, fuck the rest of the people that don't like the new front end. Every fucking car nowadays looks the same. You see that car on the road, that's an M4. Whether you like it or not, that's what it looks like. And you know it's there. Like, I think that, in my opinion, is probably what they were going for, which I can respect. Now, my opinion doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm not going to be like, oh, I don't like the front end. It's not like BMW is going to come down and be like, okay, great, you don't like the front end? We don't fucking care. Yeah, so that's why I think it's funny. I'm getting a lot of messages of people telling me why they don't like the front end. Bro, I don't fucking care. Go write a letter to BMW. But this weekend, we're going out to the Grampians. I've been to the Grampians a few times. It's a beautiful valley, mountain, rock area. This is not going to be a city shoot. I'm not going to take any city photos of the car, which is something I don't usually do. Usually, when I get a car, I take it out to the city and have some fun with it. I don't actually really know what the plan is. I'll show you right here. This is my notebook. That's how many notes I've written on this video. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing for this video. We are gonna completely wing it. We gotta go pick up some of the boys and let's just get going. Hello. Oh, you're packed and ready?
Got all the stuff for cooking.
All right. Here's the first location. You know what I forgot to bring on this whole photo shoot? A proper raincoat. It's not a raincoat, and it's raining. So I think it's gonna be like this weather all day. So I think slowly over the day, I'm just gonna get soaked. So whatever. But anyway, this is the first location. It is pretty much exactly the conditions I want. The car is just gonna pop so much at this location right now. And yeah, I'm just pretty excited to shoot. So let's just go and do that. First off, to begin the shoot, I'm just gonna chuck on the Sigma 105, the f1.4 lens, because that somehow just seems to produce bangers every time I chuck that lens on. You know, it's like, do I use the, fuck, it's raining so hard. It's like, what, do I use a 7200? Do I use like an 85? Do I use a 35? And every time I chuck the 105 on, I'm like, I should have just been using this lens from the start. So this is Vari, and she's into cars and photography. Yeah. So we're like, well, that's the whole point of this trip. If you want to come along, and now she's here.
And now immediately gets upgraded to the A7R Mark IV.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. So,
enjoy that one. He's going to start studying photography at school, so it's nice to be able to see someone passionate about photography and to be able to kind of guide them and nurture that passion. Passion's very important. I encourage everyone to try and find their passion.
For the first couple of shots here, I've just parked the car in the middle of the road. I'll probably just get a straight front-on shot, and then we're also gonna do like backside. Oh fuck, I just took 15 photos just then. Alright, don't hold your camera like this. Try not to get it like that wet. Which is the other thing. Right now it's raining, the cameras are getting wet. I get asked this question heaps when we do like the street POVs and go out at night time and film and stuff, and it's bucketing down rain, and people are like, oh, you know, your camera, it's getting soaked. Yes, it does get soaked. I don't know how waterproof they are is the answer, but it hasn't broken yet, and I've gone through all of that shit.
Sharp.
I love the polarizer.
105.
Yeah, polarizer's just.
I haven't even bumped up my ISO yet. Honestly, I've been using 1/300, 320th. I don't know, the settings up here on the screen, I can't be fucked explaining it. Hello, traveler. Are you here for something? I'm like one of those characters in games.
Yeah.
Point.
Yeah.
I'm a little shop here, but it hasn't spawned yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it hasn't buffered. It's like, what can I help you with?
What'll it be, traveler?
Yeah, then you can.
We actually found out if you put the car in M mode and put it in park, the M4 has a poo mode. Poo.
It literally says boo.
Because it tells you how many Ks and how many miles you're doing, then you put it in park. And so then you're in poo mode.
Poo mode. It literally says poo.
Oh my god. I haven't used this lens in so long. Fucking 100 to 400, look at this shit. Look how long this thing is, mate. Yeah. Okay, so the idea for this location is that obviously I've whipped out the biggest lens I have, the 100 to 400. And I'm gonna stand all the way down there, down that road, and hopefully be able to shoot back with that mountain, bit of fog in the background, and the car driving. For this lens, I have to use a really high shutter speed because it's so unstable. 1/1000th of a second shutter speed. Depending on my length here, because it's a variable aperture lens, I have to use like anywhere between f5 to f6.3, which is fine, it still works for the shot. But because not much light gets let into this camera, I've also got to bump my ISO. So my ISO is unfortunately high, around 2.5 to 3200 ISO for each shot. But because we're in the day, it actually works out pretty good. All right, that is the location wrapped up. We ended up actually just taking some nice photos of me and you and me and Lamont and Chris and Liam. Anyway, all the boys got photos now, which is something we don't really do. We just gotta like take more happy photos of actually us being here at the location. It's like, you know, when we're shooting the car and stuff, this always gets the 95% of the attention. It's nice to actually get a photo of yourself to remember the whole photo shoot, which is good. And then, my Apple Watch is telling me I recently got this Apple Watch and it's actually been the best thing about my life. So I've got like the rain, the temperature, and the sunrise and sunset times. And it's telling me we've got 4.5 hours still to kill before it gets dark. And hopefully we get a nice, moody, stormy sunset. But in the meantime, we'll get some drone shots and also maybe some interior photos of the car. Hey, what'd you think of that video? Not bad? Not bad? I'm pretty proud of that video. I think that that video just sort of came together. You know, had all the help from the boys and they just helped me sort of focus on the idea of just like taking that car out, trying to get some cool photos. And it worked out. Like it did rain the whole day. I would have liked to get some other types of pictures, but that's okay. That's okay, we worked with what we got. This first location that we went to, in the woods basically, with all the fog and stuff, we definitely got the coolest pictures there. And while I was editing one of them, like I was editing one the other night at like midnight and I had like all my mood lighting going on and everything and I was just like getting in my zone. And I was like, you know what would be fucking sick to put in this photo? Slender Man. So I just chucked it in. And then obviously I have the one without Slender Man in it, so I can send that to BMW. Because I don't think they would like that one. But anyway, whatever, I just post that on Instagram or something, I don't know. However, I think this photo here, shot at 1/20th of a second, f5, so I could make sure I get, you know, try and get most of the car in focus, which I think I did a pretty decent job at. And ISO 100, because we're during the daytime, we don't need a high ISO. And that was actually using this lens. This is a 24-70 f2.8 from Sigma. It's just a good versatile lens and great value for money. So in the description, I'll leave all the lenses I used on this shoot down in my description if you want to have a look at that as well. Here's another before and after here. I noticed that the actual number plate on the car is actually built into the grille. So it's not just like a couple screws or whatever, like the whole number plate on the car is built into it. But I think I prefer the front grille, as interesting as it is, without the number plate at the front. So I wish we could have just like taken it off, but I actually had to do quite a bit of photoshopping. Yeah, I wish in Australia, I wish we didn't have to run front plates, because for photography in general, cars just look so much tougher when they don't have the front plate on. Yeah, I guess I'm pretty used to seeing the grille now. I've been editing these photos for how many days, and I was on that photo shoot for a whole weekend. I would say I've gotten used to the grille. I'm sure there's gonna be aftermarket bumpers and stuff for this car, because I know a lot of people still disagree with that whole front grille, you know, bumper styling, big kidney beaver teeth, whatever. I don't know, it's copped so many fucking nicknames. But to be honest, like, man, you get in the car, you drive it, the whole idea of the front grille just goes out the window. It is an infinitely better car than the previous generation, obviously. You sit inside the new M4, M3 compared to the older generation. It absolutely shits on the interior. My mate's got an M4, I think like a 2015 one or something, and that car, like, it's still a great car, but the inside of it is just nowhere near as refined as the new ones. Like, you've got mood lighting, you've got this big, nice carbon fiber steering wheel, all this carbon fiber around you. Like, it is gorgeous inside, and especially because you can still get these in manual, which I really respect. I think that would be a really fucking awesome car to have. Just to let you know, all these photos that you see here were edited with my Lightroom presets from my V2 pack, mainly consisting of desaturated, fog, and storm. So if you want to get those, I'll link them in the description. They come with 25 presets in one pack, 25 walkthrough tutorials, and 25 of my raw files for you to play around with. And also, if you see on the website, we also sell a bundle pack with Liam's presets as well. Huge pack, over 90 presets, great value for your money. If you want to get that, all linked in my description there, and you can do whatever. I don't know how to finish that sentence. Anyway, if I did teach you something new in today's video, maybe you can leave a like down below, or help me out by hitting subscribe. But with that all said and done, have a shit one, and I'll see you in the next one. That was fucking cringe. Why did I wink? I never wink like that. Why the fuck would I do that? Don't become a YouTuber, kids. The camera changes you. It makes you go funny. So I've got like the rain, the temperature, and the sunrise and sunset times, and it's telling me we've got